Open Source Prophetic and Tarot. I hope everyone is doing amazing today, and I want to welcome each and everyone to my channel. And I appreciate every single one of you. It means a lot to me, and it helps me to grow. And we all can learn something, and we can each one can teach one. We can help each other to grow and evolve and become our highest potential. My first card is Divine Loyal Goddess. So maybe you're someone that's a goddess. Maybe you're someone that's been through hell and back, been through many obstacles, been through many trauma, but you have become goddess because you healed your trauma and you've transformed into your highest self. I forgot that I have to pick these because these ones are big and heavy. They hurt your arm. Lead your life. So maybe you're someone that's leading in your life. You're in your authoritative seat. You're in your position. Maybe you're moving in your purpose. So maybe your vibe been high, you're in your purpose, moving higher. Look at this. You release perfectionism and self-criticism. So maybe you used to criticize yourself, downplay yourself, or didn't have you had a lack mindset pretty much. So now you're moving away from that and you're releasing all of these stuff and you're growing. So this is what's pushing you into the goddess. So you are worthy. So you are worthy for love and respect. So maybe you're attracting love and respect because you did the inner work. You took the guidance. You took the approach. So you're attracting something good, someone good, excuse me, that's going to love you and care for you. So maybe you're someone that's honoring your individuality. Maybe you're very unique. You're different. You like to be solo. Maybe you're just a solo individual. See, you heal and elevated yourself, so you're in your higher purpose. So maybe you're rising. We don't just rise one time. We constantly rise, we constantly grow, and we constantly elevate. It goes by stages. So maybe you had to set boundaries with someone from the past, maybe who you was in a friendship with. This look like a lover. And you had to maintain these boundaries. Friends do not cross those boundaries. I don't know what kind of friend that is anyway. Maybe you're a goddess mother. Maybe you're someone that's very abundant because you're someone that everything you touch, you can stretch. You know, like a mama. Mama knows how to create anything. She can use anything and feed the kids. She can use anything and build and grow. She's very abundant, very creative. So you're someone that's able to build and create. Maybe you ended a cycle and you're moving on to another cycle. So maybe you've been through a period of renewal, regrowth, and regeneration. So you had to heal yourself and rebuild yourself pretty much. So you're in the growing state. So maybe you had to dissolution. You had an emotional clearing. Maybe you've been through pain, traumas. You had to emotionally release these and clear your energy so you can balance out your energy so you can become balanced. Dark divine father of creation. So maybe this is a divine masculine, someone that's able to lead, guide, a strong leader, strong intuition, a support system, a father figure. Dark night of the soul. So maybe you've been through a dark night of the soul where you had to heal yourself. You had to go through a rebirth. So you had to be born again, release yourself. You had to transform and align. So you have to have an outer body experience of growth. So you change your mindset, the way you think, what you attract, and how things work for you. So maybe you're someone that's communicating. You're a communicator. You're a speaker. You're someone that's speaking clarity, facts, and truth. So maybe you're on a platform or maybe you're on multiple platforms being a speaker. Let me see. You free yourself from a karmic cycle. So maybe you were stuck in a cycle for a period and you had to pull yourself out. So this is where you've been through your rebirth, and your rebirth guided you away from this cycle. So this is how you freed yourself. So maybe you're someone that's very emotionally balanced and you're attracting something that's emotionally balanced because You're no longer in your lower self, so you're not in a trauma bond or codependent relationship because you have balanced out your emotions, so you're attracting something very stable. Age, reality, and discipline. So maybe you're aging very well. You're aging like fine wine, man or woman. So maybe you're someone that's obeying and listening to the facts and clarity. So you're taking care of yourself. You're nurturing yourself. So when you nurture yourself, this makes you whole. This makes you happy and you look younger. You look vibrant. Maybe you have the drive, the energy, and the passion. So maybe you're working on something. Maybe you're making move changes, maybe even building your emotions. So you're no longer emotionally unbalanced. You're very balanced in your emotions and your move because you made changes. So maybe you're someone that stepped into the spotlight and you're making your light shine because you're tapping into your inner strength and your inner power. So maybe you're guiding, you're leading because maybe you're strong. This is your strength. This is your area that you're good in. Magic, imagination, and illusion. So maybe you're someone that have a unique mind. Maybe you have an expanded mind, an expanded vision, or you're someone that's very creative. So maybe you're able to see beyond the veil. Maybe you're a seer, you're clairvoyance, clairaudience, claircognizance, or maybe you're a tarot card reader or a crystal ball healer. Maybe you're someone that's very tapped in, elevated status. So maybe you have grown, you have elevated, and you're constantly elevating. So that means you're becoming higher each and every day. You're growing with your knowledge, your wisdom, and you're tapping into your higher self. So maybe you had to go through a period where you had to purify yourself, cleanse yourself, and release. You had to release all those negative energy. So it's like you're moving from one stage to another stage. So you're like in between worlds. So you had to move from the dark side to the light side. So it takes a time to grow until you're evolved and everything is out of the way. So you've been through a period of soul ascension. So you're in your higher state and your higher self. So this means you're growing in your wisdom, you're growing in your knowledge, and you're growing in your senses. You're growing in everything in your life. So you're making a lot of changes. Divine Dark Mother of Goddess. So you're someone that's been through a lot. You've been through a lot of pain. You've been through a lot of trauma. You've been through a lot of stuff, but you had to heal yourself and build yourself. So this is how you become the mother of creation. You're very strong. So you weather those storms. Not everyone can go through those stuff. Spark of genius and ascension. So maybe you're tapping into a higher position. Maybe you was called to be in a higher position. So maybe that's why you went through so many things in your life. It's how to build you to become stronger and become wiser because you have a purpose. You have something to do. You have something to talk about. You're here for a purpose. So you have a higher position. Liberate your truth. So you're someone that's speaking these truths. Maybe God is working through you. You're challenging messages, and messages come through you. So you're someone that speaks facts. You're very realistic, and you're tapped in. That's my baby. You deserve balance. So you're balancing out your energy. So maybe you're moving away from people, places, and things that lower your vibration, or people or places and things that try to put you down. So this is how you become one and equal within yourself. So you're balancing out your energy, your emotions, your soul purpose. So maybe this is your soul purpose. This is what you're here for, to become a higher version of yourself, because you're here for a purpose on earth. Maybe you had a period of growth, but you had to be patient. It wasn't happening overnight. You had to wait. Now you're growing and it's your mature season. It's your harvest season. So maybe you're manifesting things and it's growing. It's almost time for it to harvest. Maybe you are a white witch, a magnetic royal witch. And when we say white witch, this is a good witch. Someone that prays, someone that heals, someone who receives messages, someone that's balanced, someone that has clarity, third eye open, everything working very well. Division and integration. So maybe people divided you. They treated you like the black sheep. They treated you like you wasn't a part of the group. You was not part of anything because maybe they felt like you didn't fit in. You was different. But through all that happened to you, you build yourself and you put yourself back together and you're in your purpose. You're becoming whole again. So you're clearing out all these energies and you're receiving yourself back. So you're receiving all your power back, everything that was taken away from you. Maybe your traumas, your pain, all that you had to release and heal. So you're building yourself back. You're becoming whole again. Maybe you're a mother of the goddess because you're very loving, kind, and nurturing. You have a nurturing spirit, a healing spirit. Maybe you're a healer. You have healing abilities, your spiritual goals. So maybe you're someone that's high ranking in the spiritual realm. You're regal and you got a regal energy. Maybe you're the phoenix rising from the ashes. They tried to burn you, they tried to crumble you, but you had a death and rebirth and transformation. So you transform yourself all the way back. You renewed yourself. Divine feminine awakening. So you've been through a major awakening. You're no longer in this energy where you feel like you need someone. You have to be in a relationship, or you have to be accepted by people, or you have to be around people. You have healed, you have evolved, you have awakened your soul. So you are free to go on your own because you know you have your guides, you have your protectors that's protecting you. And this is helping you to attract love and abundance. So with you growing and evolving, you're attracting abundant because you're in abundant energy. You're in a high vibing energy. And this is bringing in a lot of self-love and luck. So you're attracting your intuition and emotional healing. So maybe you've been through a period of emotional healing. Maybe you brought a life into the world. Maybe your mom, your family. I'm seeing a mom, a daughter. It looks like a mom, a daughter, or a mom, a sister, giving maybe healing words, nurturing words. Maybe this person has great intuition. They're tapped in. So maybe they're giving them nurturing words, or maybe they're praying over the baby, or, going through a period of emotional healing. So you had to shadow release. You had to release your shadow side and purification. You had to purify yourself. Maybe this is how you turn into spiritual magic, because you heal and you cleanse yourself, maybe by listening to sublimations also. And this is what helps you to release the old and welcome the new. And this is how you're able to focus because you're balanced. And this is attracting your manifestation. Maybe you're a master manifester. You're manifesting with intent. You're putting your intent into it. Maybe because you're someone that's like going out to nature. And this is the way you attract and balance. And this is what helps you to expand, grow, and attract prosperity. So you're attracting a prosperity, which is going to bring in wealth and success. So whatever you're doing in love, finances, or business, it's going to come in because you're in your manifestational period and you're attracting. You release, you clear, and you align. I'm going to say realign or align. Because you let go, release, and adjust. So you adjust yourself. You're no longer doing things that you used to do. You're no longer saying things that you used to say. It takes a period of time for you to eventually get rid of everything. You might say one or two stuff, but as you gradually grow and expand, you no longer do certain things. So it's a growing season where you're not gonna just get rid of things one like that, but you have to push yourself and help yourself. So maybe sexual alchemy. Maybe you're someone that knows how to alchemize sexual energy. You know how to protect yourself from negative energy, and maybe you're giving yourself love. Maybe you're keeping that nookie or that dookie to yourself. When you keep that, you build your energy because you're no longer getting people to drain your sacral energy and take it for themselves. So you're investing it in you. So you're sexually keeping your energy, and this is going to help you to transform and grow because you're going to become strong. You're going to tap in and you're going to be able to flow within the flow for yourself. Open source, like, subscribe.